Hi, my name is Mark West of Imperial Apps, www.imperialapps.com, and I'm here today. I want to just show you about the Model-View-ViewModel design pattern. But I want to give you a flavor of that design pattern from a non-developer perspective. Developers, Windows app and Windows 8 store app developers are very familiar with this design pattern because it's the most predominant design pattern out there for those apps. The first question you'll probably ask me is, well, Mark, why do I care about Model-View-ViewModel, or whatever it is you just said? You care because if you're part of a project team that's developing a Windows Phone app or a Windows 8 store app, this is going to give you a better understanding of the design of the app. I mean, think of this. Any successful app is not just app developers. You have graphic designers, you have database developers, you have project managers. So they're stakeholders. There's a whole slew of people that are involved in this project to make a successful app. So if you're one of those people, then I'd say you're the audience that I'm trying to reach right now. So let's just jump in and get right to it. Okay, so what is Model-View-ViewModel? So the design pattern is three specific components. You have the view, okay? That's the user interface. That's what the user sees, okay? The view model, okay? And then the model. The model is the data. So on the one hand, you have the model on the far end. Over here you have the view. That's the user experience. The view model is right in the middle. Okay? It's the glue between those two. Okay? Now I know that's a little esoteric. So what I've done is I'm going to frame this from the perspective or within the context of something that I'm sure you're very familiar with. Okay? And that's Microsoft Excel. Okay? So right here on the screen I have an Excel chart, which probably everyone within the sound of my voice has done 1,000 of these, okay? This particular chart here is just a view, okay? It's not a view model. It's just a single view. Now, what if I want to, what if I do an application, in this case a chart, with just a view, no view model, and no model? Okay, you can do that, okay? I can go in this chart right now, and I can edit it. Okay, I can go and select data, and I can, here I have average annual income for high school and college students, depending on whether you graduated or not. But notice that in order to edit this data, how difficult it is. I actually have to go into every little piece, every little aspect of this chart, and modify the data by hand. Okay, nobody does charts this way. I've never seen anybody do a chart this way. So that's one reason why Model-View-ViewModel is so important. It's this idea of separating concerns, okay? You're separating your view from your data, okay? You're kind of, I guess the way to think of it is that you're breaking the application into bite-sized pieces. You're taking something that's complex, okay, and you're making it less complex by breaking it into pieces that you can easily understand and work with. Okay, so let's take it to the other end of the spectrum, okay, which is Model-View-ViewModel. Okay, well now I still have my view, okay, but instead of directly inputting the data into the chart, all my data is here on the model. Okay, you see all of my model data here. Okay, in between the model and the view model, or in the view, is the view model. And what the view model basically does is it aggregates the data of the model. Think of like a huge table of data, maybe even multiple tables of data. Okay, it's pretty hard to chart that. You need a way to aggregate that data. Maybe you want to average the data. Maybe you just want a subset of the data. That's the job of the view model. The view model takes the model data and kind of makes it so that it can be consumed by the view. Because the view really can't take the model data itself. It's just too complex. And that's, furthermore, the nice thing about this pattern is the model typically changes. you may, in the case here, I'm using SQL Server 2014 for my backend database. I can go into this database and make changes. As I make changes, the model changes. As the model changes, the view model changes, which then updates the view. So it allows you to scale an application. It allows you, I can take a view or a model, I can change to a different model. So the application is then scalable, and the application is then flexible. So hopefully that drives home the importance of the Model-View-ViewModel MVVM design pattern, and hopefully it gives you as a non-developer a better understanding when you're in a project meeting about, if a developer stands up and throws this acronym at you, you're in a better position to understand, what it is they're talking about, and maybe, drive the conversation with some questions about the pattern. So thank you very much, and if you want to know more, please drop me a line on my website, www.imperialapps.com. Thanks.